Please welcome Steve Goodman.
Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning red. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mess. Out on a southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and it rolls past houses and farms and fields, passing towns that have no name, freight yards full of old black men in the graveyard of the rusted automobiles, singing good morning America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. On 500 miles and the day is done. Stealing cars with the old men in the glove car. It's penny a point, ain't nobody keeping score. Pass that paper bag that holds the bottle. You can feel the wheels crumbling beneath the floor. Sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steam. Mothers with the babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat. Rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Just a singing good morning America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. And it's halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, roll into the sea. All the towns with the people seem to fade into a bad dream. Steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings that song again. Passengers, please refrain. This train has got the disappearing railroad blues. Sing good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Just to sing good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone a long, long time when the day is done. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Nice to be here. All right. Let's see. see here. Got a song for a post-nuclear nuclear family. The news lately has just been depressing the shit out of me, you know, the end of the world, film at 11 shit, you know. And all the hype the end of the world is getting, you know, Testament, Day After, get end of the world t-shirts. So here's a song for the post-nuclear nuclear family, mom, pop, sister, brother, and little Joey, the human hot plate. The song's called Watching Joey Glow. Down here in the shelter, we got everything we need. Mom put up her peach preserves, Pa's got a book to read. Sister knit some bandages, and we turned the lights down low and played some Scrabble, watching Joey glow. At breakfast, Mom hands Joe the bread, and he turns it into toast. Last night he hugged the leg of lamb, and soon we had a roast. You should see him keep the coffee up when he stirs it with his toe. We all get hungry watching Joey glow. Here's the bridge. You have to wear dark glasses if you stare at him a while, or he'll fry your little eyes out with his incandescent smile. At Christmas time, it felt so strange, but it was great to see the way we decorated Joe as if he was the tree. Star was shining brightly underneath the mistletoe. So we blew him kisses, watching Joey glow. Here's the tender part. I hope the world's not over for my sake and for his. I'd love for everyone to know how brilliant Joey is. We've been down here for 6 months now, and we're proud to be alive. We owe it to America to sit here and survive. We listen for the static on the shortwave radio and count the shock waves watching Joey glow. Gets too organized, let me know and I'll loosen it up. This is a song that I made up with John Prine one night after we'd been given too much tequila to drink in a bar. And I heard this sound for 3 days after that. This thing here. How much tequila did I drink last night? It's really anybody's guess. Poured them so fast I couldn't keep them in the glass, but this morning I sure am a mess. My head is 4 or 5 times its normal size, and I got this big old cactus stuck between my eyes. I can't recall a single thing I did or said, or the names of all the people sleeping in this bed. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how. Tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? How did I get these cuts and bruises all over my body? I must have fallen down somehow. I think it had something to do with karate. Well, it's all coming back to me now. I was standing in a bar with King Kong's cousin. He must have been 7'3". His elbow gave me a bump, and so I said, "Hey, chump, would you like to step outside with me?" Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? My mouth is full of cotton and my brain is sore. I left last night's dinner on this morning's floor. My belly is swollen and my eyeballs shrunk. I drank so much that my hair got drunk. I seen a big old worm about 10 feet long. I'm hallucinating purple cows. Somebody moved the furniture while I was gone. Uh-oh, this is not my house. I could call us a taxi on the telephone if I just knew where we are. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to drive myself back home soon as I can find the car. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? All right. We went to separate schools together on that. You've been in that bar, huh? Maybe I should do this now. This is the mandola. This fellow here, Maple Byrne, one night about 3 years ago explained to me that the mandola, well, the mandolin is the bottom 4 strings of the guitar backwards. So if you can play the guitar and you have dyslexia, there's no secret to the mandolin. And this is the down a fifth, I guess, like a viola is to a violin. I have big brass ones coming out here to play this on the same bill as Bromberg and Eclectricity and all these guys. But I don't care. I'm going to dedicate this song to Jethro Burns, who can play everybody under the table. And he's been doing it for 50 years, 52 years. He was on the radio in Knoxville, Tennessee when he was 13 years old. So we'll dedicate this song to him. It's called If Jethro Were Here, right? Little instrumental here, if I can figure out where it starts. Here it is. How am I doing so far? thanks. I had to see if I still could do that. I owe this song to Dave Siglin, one of the keepers of the Ark, along with Linda and Anya. See if I can put this thing on now. Okay, Steve, take the fucking hat. Put the hat back on. Good. All right. Chicago Cubs snatched defeat from the jaws of victory again last season and managed to lose 2 more games than they had the year before. My kind of progress. They have not won during my lifetime. I'm not that young. White Sox, on the other hand, won a division title and then went to the playoffs. Snakes out there. Deadly barking spiders, too. The White Sox won the division title and then went and played the O's and behaved as if they had never seen curveballs before. Bunch of shit that was. The White Sox went to the World Series in 1959, and the fire commissioner of the city of Chicago, Robert Quinn, turned on the air raid sirens when they won the pennant. And my brother and I got under the table. My brother said something to the effect of, perfect, the Chicago team wins something and it's the end of the fucking world. I always appreciated my brother's view of that. This is the dying Cub fans' last request. No one's dying here, of course, but this is the dying Cub fans' last request. Sort of like the dying crapshooters blues. And if you have Cub seasons tickets, that's what it is, a crapshoot. By the shores of old Lake Michigan, where the hawk wind blows so cold, an old Cub fan lay dying in his midnight hour that tolled. All around his bed his friends had gathered. They knew his time was short. Up on his head they put a bright blue cap from his all-time favorite sport. He told him, it's late, it's getting dark in here, and I know it's time to go. But before I leave the lineup, there's just one thing that I'd like to know. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground? When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy, but now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League. He told his friends, you know, the law of averages says that anything will happen that can. But the last time the Cubs won a National League pennant was the year we dropped the bomb on Japan. The Cubs made me a criminal and sent me down a wayward path. Why, they stole my youth from me. I'd forsake my teachers to go sit in the bleachers in flagrant truancy. It's a cheap rhyme. One thing led to another, and soon I discovered alcohol, gambling, dope, hockey, football, lacrosse. But what do you expect? When you raise up a young boy's hopes and then you just crush them like so many paper beer cups, year after year after year, after year after year after year after year after year, until your hopes are just so much popcorn for the pigeons beneath the L tracks to eat. He said, you know, I'll never see Wrigley Field anymore before my eternal rest. So if you have your pencils and your scorecards ready, then I'll read you my last request. He said, give me a doubleheader funeral in Wrigley Field on some sunny weekend day. No lights. Have the organ play the national anthem. And then a little na-na-na-na, hey, goodbye. Make 6 bullpen pitchers carry my coffin. 6 groundskeepers clear my path. Have the umpires bark me out at every base in all their holy wrath. Have the Cubbies run right out into the middle of the field. Make one of them drop a routine fly. Give everybody 2 bags of peanuts and a frosty malt, and I'll be ready to die. Build a big fire on home plate out of Louisville Slugger baseball bats and toss my coffin in. Let my ashes blow in a beautiful snow from the prevailing 30-mile-an-hour southwest wind. And when my last remains go flying over the left field wall, hey Ernie, we'll bid the bleacher bums adieu. And I'll come to my final resting place out on Waveland Avenue. The dying man's friends told him to cut that out. They said, shit, stop it. That's an awful shame. But he whispered, don't cry. We'll all meet by and by near the Heavenly Hall of Fame. Then he said, I've got season's tickets to watch the Angels now. So it's just what I'm gonna do. But you, the living, you're stuck down here with the Cubs. So it's me that feels sorry for you. And then he said, play the Lonesome Losers tune, will you? It's the one I always liked the best. Well, he closed his eyes and he slipped away. It was the dying Cub band's last request. So here it is, Dave. Do they still play the blues in Chicago when baseball season rolls around? When the snow melts away, do the Cubbies still play in their ivy-covered burial ground? When I was a boy, they were my pride and joy, but now they only bring fatigue to the home of the brave, the land of the free, and the doormat of the National League. Thank you. Thanks a million. We don't want to wear this all out. I'll come back end of March and play you the rest of them, okay? Try and play a couple of fast ones here. Spoon River, huh? Dutchman, huh? Yeah, all right. Steve, do you have a mind of your own? You know what the hell you're gonna play. Right. Song by a fellow named Mike Smith who lives in Chicago. Dutchman's not the kind of man who keeps his thumb jammed in the dam that holds his dreams in. That's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden in the summer Margaret brings him breakfast and she believes him. He thinks tulips bloom beneath the snow. He's mad as he could be. Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees her unborn children in his eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that. Now the Dutchman still wears wooden shoes. His cap and coat are patched with the love that Margaret sewed there. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam. He watches tugboats down canals, calls out to them when he thinks he knows the captain. Margaret comes to take him home again, through the unforgiving streets that trip him, though she holds his arm. Sometimes he thinks he's alone, and he calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that feeling. Now the winter whirls the windmills round. She winds his muffler tighter. They sit in the kitchen. Some tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. He sees her for a moment and he calls her name. She makes the bed up singing some old love song. She learned it when the song was very new. He hums a line or two. They hum together in the dark. The Dutchman falls asleep, and Margaret blows the candles out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Yeah, Mike Smith wrote that. Last one, and then Bromberg and his band will make your socks roll up and down here. And I'll see you at the end of March. I'd like to thank the Ark for inviting me out here. Does anybody out there have a cowboy hat? If they do, I'd be pleased if I could borrow it. There's some backstage, but if you got one, that'd be great. Do you have one? I'll give it back, I promise. Great, just great. Okay. John Prine and I wrote this one night in New York. We tried to put into one song everything that had ever been in any of the country and western songs either of us had ever heard. Country bands always lean into the mic at a 45-degree angle. Ready, aim, play. It was all I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. No one always tried to change me, and that is why I'll always stay the same. But I'll hang around as long as you let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, but you never even call me by my name. I've seen my name a few times in the phone book. And on the neon sign above the bar I used to own. There's only one thing that I'm sure of. I'm going to hear it when my Savior calls me home. Bring those sheaves in. Heel. All right. We left out a lot of stuff. Farms, mother, trains, prison, and trucks. A big holiday like Christmas. Getting drunk thanks to David Allan Coe. And dead dogs like Old Shep. With all due respect, you can't have a good country song without dead dogs like Old Shep. Getting drunk, Christmas, prison, farms, mother, trains, and trucks. And there's only time for this last verse. Ever since the dog got drunk and died, and Mama went to prison, why nothing round this farm has been the same. And you know, when Mom broke out last Christmas, she drove the damn old getaway laundry truck right into a train. But I'm gonna hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, Marlon, but you never nobody else played one, and that ain't right. This is fast then, okay? This is a short song here. I like to thank the Ark, and I like to thank all these other great artists today who should have come back out and played 3 or 4 songs each themselves. And I want to thank David Bromberg for his patience. I want to thank him too. There's a song about a fellow who meets a girl by the Seal Beach Pier in California, right before the wind comes and blows it away. And she says, "I'll be right back." Neath the moonlit sky, the shadows walk beside the water, where their sad goodbyes are whispered on the shore. Hear the wind chimes play, they serenade the shadow lovers. They ring and fade away like California promises. I will never love another. Wait for me until I return. Though she never will, he waits for her beside the water, faithful still to California promises. I will never love another. Wait for me until I return. Though she never will, he waits for her beside the water, faithful still to California promises. Thanks again.
Steve Goodman.
And maybe you're strong, but what's the good of ringing a bell? The switchback will make you crazy. Beware of the bearded lady. Let me take my chances on the wall of death. Right on the wall of death one more time. Let me ride on the wall of death one more time. You can waste your time on the This is the nearest to being alive. Oh, let me take my chances on the wall of death. Let me take my chances on the wall of death. Let me take my chances on the wall of death. Thank you. Thank you. Here's one you can relate to. This is a Hank Williams number. It's called You're Gonna Change or I'm Gonna Leave. Did I say something? You wore out a brand new trunk, packed packing and unpacking your junk. Your daddy's man has done gotten peace. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. You got to change your way of living, change the things you do. Stop doing all the things that you oughtn't to. Your daddy's man has done gotten peace. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. This ain't right, that is wrong. You just keep nagging all the day long. It's got to stop, and I don't mean please. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. You got to change your way of living, change the things you do. Stop doing all the things that you oughta to. Your daddy's man has done gotten peace. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. Well, every time you get mad, you pack your things and go back to Dad. You tell him lies that he don't believe. How you're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. The way to keep a woman happy, always do what's right. Love her every morning, ball her out at night. Your daddy's man has done gotten peace. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. You're gonna change or I'm gonna leave. We were just talking about Tamla Motown. Us stars backstage were talking to ourselves. As is our wont, to relieve the pressures of the musician's life, we sometimes talk. And we were talking about Tamla Motown and Martha and the Vandellas and stuff. So this isn't a Tamla Motown number. This is English traditional Tamla Motown. Don't let a thief steal into your heart, or you may end up broken-hearted. Don't let a whisper tear you apart, or you'll be right back where you started. Stop your lies and stop your cheating. It never did you no good, no good. How can you say you will when you want to, when you know you never would if you could? Don't let a thief steal into your heart, or you may end up broken-hearted. Don't let a whisper tear you apart, or you'll be right back where you started. How many days days does a man think he has? He can spend his whole time dreaming. How many schemes is one man thinking of? Does he think he's the only one scheming? Don't let a thief steal into your heart. You may end up broken-hearted. Don't let a whisper tear you apart. You'll be right back where you started. Everyone is in love with money. Strange news, 'cause they say that love is blind. How many times did you meet somebody who said they had some real peace of mind? Don't let a thief steal into your heart. You may end up broken-hearted. Don't let a whisper tear you apart. You'll be right back where you started. Don't let a thief steal into your heart. You may end up broken-hearted. Don't let a whisper tear you apart. You'll be right back where you started. You're living in dreamland, and you're walking in quicksand. You got to try to understand. Don't let a thief steal into your heart. Can I do another moody one? To get them all out of the way before we have a good time. When we parted just like friends, oh, it never tied loose ends. I could never say the words that would make amends. Oh, how I wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to just say I loved you. Just say I loved you. Oh, how I wanted to. From my blue room did you creep? A love too rare to keep. Well, I heard you stop, and I turned my head to weep. Oh, how I want wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to. Just say I loved you. Just say I loved you. Oh, how I wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to. Oh, how I wanted to. Just say I loved you. Just say I loved you. Oh, how I wanted to. I'm sick of singer-songwriters. Just sick of acoustic guitars. I don't know. I predict the French horn has got a big future in popular music. This is a song about embarrassing social situations, about meeting people in the dark, possibly, and finding out later a little more about them when it's too late. Maybe I'll just play it. It's called Was She a Woman or a Man? On the dance floor, feeling very cool. I stepped on the dance floor, feeling very cool. I thought I saw an angel sitting on a stool. I just couldn't tell, you think I'm a fool, if she was a woman or a man. She was the kind of woman that a man could crave, from a high-heeled shoes to a permanent wave. Except maybe she was needing a shave. Was she a woman or a man? To dance, and I took her by the hand. She held me so tight it was hard for me to stand. Felt like a lumberjack, I couldn't understand if she was a woman or a man. So I walked her home, it was 4:15. My heart was thumping as we ducked in the door. And then when she kissed me, I thought I was sure if she was a woman or a man. My wallet, she knocked me off my feet. She tied on her roller skates and made a retreat. All I found was a blonde wiggle lying in the street. Was she a woman or a man? Oh, I don't care if she seemed unkind. She stole my heart and she rubbed me blind. I love her so much that I still wouldn't mind if she was a woman or a man. don't know how long I've got. You don't get long in life, you know. Is this the last one, or do I get another one after this? Is it? Oh, okay. Hi, I mean, if we're fine, no problem. Okay. Well, this is another sort of. This is British country and Western music again. She's one of the most disgusting hybrids to ever to hit the planet. If you can imagine some, Irish peasants, that they love it too. That they love country music. And you hear these guys singing about Nashville, when they live in County Connemara. It's pretty frightening stuff. I saw this great band on German television. There's this German country and western band, and they were, they had all the gear on. They had the pedal steel guitar, the big hats, good-looking boots, all this stuff. So they're singing in German, So, und das Schlei in mein gemütlich aus den Fundast in der Kam. And the great thing about this song was they'd be going on like this. Und der Schleim in Hank Williams, im der George Jones, Tammy Wynette. In der Slum. This is a true story. It was a kind of a Bavarian tribute to the great stars of country music. It was very entertaining. Anyway. This song's called "Move It On Over," and this is a song you can join in with if you feel moved. You might not. I came in last night, 10:30. The baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so move it on over. Move it on over. Move over, little dog, 'cause the big dog's moving in. She told me once, she told me twice, just don't take no one's advice, so move it on over. Move it on over. Move over, skinny dog, 'cause the fat dog's moving in. Doghouse, it's mighty small, it's better than no house at all, so move it on over, shove it on over, move over, cold dog, 'cause the hot dog's moving in. Well, she crawled back to me on her knees, I'll be busy scratching fleas, so move it on over, scratch it on over, move over, 'cause things moving in, come with words. House, it's mighty small, it's better than no house at all, so move it on over, well move it on over, move over, cold dog, 'cause the hot dog's moving in. I came in last night 3:30, 13 women waiting for me, so move it on over. Well, move it on over. Well, move over, little dog, cause the big dog's moving in. Rock and roll. Here they are. You may not have noticed this, but it's very hard to play rock and roll with a crummy acoustic guitar. It doesn't work. No glamour. The main ingredient is missing, glamour. You've got to have glamour. They might have music. Anyway, this is the last thing I'm doing. I think David's on next. D. Bromberg. Well, I hope you're having a good time today, and thank you. This old house is falling down around my ears. I'm drowning in the river of my tears. When all my will is done, you hold me sway. I need you at the demand of the day. You pull me like the moon pulls on the tide. You know just where I keep my better side. What days have come to keep us far apart? A broken promise or a broken heart. Now all the bonny birds have wheeled away. I need you at the demand of the day. The night, you're only what I want. Oh, come the night, you could be my confidant. Street and company. Why don't you come and ease your mind with me? I'm living for the night we're still away. I need you at the demand of the day. I need you Thank you. Well, thank you. You asked for it. If you hear somebody knocking on your door, if you see somebody crawling across the floor, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. If you see a head peeping from a crawdaddy hole, and someone coming up a telegraph pole, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. Gonna look in the city where the lights are blue. Gonna search the countryside, all the haystacks too. Well, if you find a new lump in the sugar bowl, if you find a new face on your totem pole, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. Boys calling out in the night, if you see somebody hanging from a lamppost bright, baby, it'll be me. I'll be looking for you. If you're looking in all the cars, if you see a rocket ship on its way to Mars, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. Gonna search in the forest and in the deep blue sea. Search in the forest, look in every tree. Well, if you find a new face on your totem pole, if you find a new lump in your sugar bowl, baby, it'll be me. I'll be looking for you. It'll be me. I'm looking for you. Baby, it'll be me, and I'll be looking for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Richard Thompson. Tonight.